Tim Mallard was a Charleston City Councilman for many years, and now he wants to go to Columbia to become the next state senator for District 41. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with him one-on-one. Tim, it's so good to see you.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. I want to start off with some development news. As you know, the South Carolina State Senate is actually debating the Rose Bill right now as we speak. And I'm wondering, if you were in Columbia right now as senator, what would you be debating about?
Well, I'd be saying, thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know, why didn't we do this 30 years ago? I mean, we are $42 billion behind. We have kicked the can down the road for 30 years. And now, thank goodness, we're finally able to get a roads bill to protect our families, protect our cars, and it's about time.
And from what I understand, you actually are in favor of expanding I-526.
Very much so. All you got to do is sit in traffic on Savannah Highway from 3 to 6.
Right.
526 is the only road in the state, the James Island Connector, that ends at a clump of dirt. Same as Savannah Highway.
Right.
Once again, for 30 years, our politicians have been kicking the can down the road. They have betrayed us. They have not done what they needed to do. Special interests have taken over in Columbia, and we haven't been able to finish this road, which is a loop that'll move our people, help us on hurricanes or any other natural disaster.
Right. Speaking of Columbia, as you know, you're running for South Carolina State District Senate 41, which is now currently held by Paul Thurman. And I'm wondering, as we sit here right now, why Tim Mallard, why now?
Well, the seat opened up, and we got a great state. We got great people. I'm a businessman. I think I can help. We've got great natural resources,
right,
and we've got a great, great future. I feel our politicians have betrayed us. They have looked to special interest. They have not looked to the interests of the people. So as a businessman, I feel like I have something to offer. I feel like my experience in politics gives me something to offer at a state level. We've got an opportunity to keep economic development moving. That way, we can find the right job for the right person. And that person with the right job can then send his child to the school they want. That mother can send their child to the college they want, and most importantly, keep a roof over their head.
Right,
buy a house right here in the Low Country.
That is true. And speaking of which, when I went on your website last night, you basically said that the General Assembly didn't do much last year.
It's been a long time since we've had some good legislation out of Columbia. Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah. Well, describe to me the following in one word: taxes.
Too high.
Economic development.
The mother's milk, the lifeblood of this state. Getting the right job for the right person to use their skills to once again buy a house, send their kids to the right schools, the school of their choice,
right,
not the schools they feel like they have to go to.
Yeah. Second Amendment.
I know plenty of people who use a shotgun to feed their family.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
Ethics.
We got to get them strong.
Yes.
We've got to get the special interests out of Columbia. There are so many unopportunities going on up there. It's too many to mention.
Lesser government.
All for it.
Yeah.
The lesser, the better.
Yes.
These faceless bureaucrats that work at these state agencies will take a one-page law that the Senate or the House will write and turn it into a 20-page a bylaw that chokes businesses with fees, timelines, pitfalls that are just turning our state into a bureaucratic nightmare. We don't need that. What we need is a cooperative government of less people, less bureaucratic state agencies, and these folks are faceless. You can't find them. You don't know where they are. But they give us these unfortunate opportunities that are choking the businesses. Every business in Charleston is taxed to death. and they can't afford to continue working with all of the bureaucracies that the state has put on us.
City council in one word.
Oh, very exciting. Very exciting. I wish I could have done more. Strong mayor, weak council form of government is tough when you're a council member.
Is it a little different now that John Tecklenburg's in House?
Well, certainly. A mayor who serves 40 years versus a brand new mayor starting in on the job, it'll be very different, yes.
And from what I understand, you actually tangled a lot with Mayor Rowley at times.
Well, I disagreed with the mayor on how he went about things. I respect him greatly.
Right.
He loves this city. I love this city. We have a great city. He's done a great job here. I just wanted to participate more, and particularly on the economic development front.
Yeah. USC and Bishop England.
Bishop England was great. It was all about sports and good times and making friends and church and education. I had a good time there. We went to the state championship when I was a sophomore. I'd never trade my days there. USC, wow, loved it. My brother went there, my daughter went there, my father went there. We're a USC family, and I wouldn't trade those days for the world.
Tim Mallard.
He's a lucky man. He comes from a great family, and I feel a need to pay back. My parents, they're the greatest. They're respected in this community. I've got a daughter that is a hard-working young lady who I love dearly. So glad that she's out now working hard. And I've got great siblings. We all live here. We're not leaving here.
Yeah.
This is our place. This is our home.
That's right.
Some people say, hey, well, have you ever lived anywhere else? I say, why would I?
You're right about that. Well, Tim Mallard, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.